Hello, welcome to my channel, Mel Soulful Strides, and I am Mel. I'm coming with just a quick word of encouragement and just reminding everybody in this self-healing journey what I've learned is to figure out what my servitude on this earth may be. Sometimes when we get our mind off of our problems, at hand and focus on something different, sometimes it alleviates what we're going through. When you hear other people stories and what their lives have thrown at them, and then you begin to become more appreciative of life and never taking anything for granted. And another thing too, like when we don't wallow in our sorrows, but we try to help somebody else with them. My story is just to help someone else to know that you're not alone. And not only that, but to grow past it and to let your mess be your bless. Bless you from it. So I just want to encourage you today to focus on life and what it is that, why was you taken through those certain things. I mean, it was revealed to me later on in life. It was for me to help others. I didn't know it at the time because I was just like, oh, me, I'm hurt, I'm this. And like, I was the first person that was ever hurt in life. And I know that's not farthest from the truth. But eventually, I got in touch with my calmer self, healed self, coming from a healed space. Then I was able to know that those trials and tribulations was for me to encourage and me to help somebody else along my journey, not just to sit down on, oh, he did it for me, 99 to boo boo, but to try to help somebody else grow from it in that space as well. And am I thankful for the things that happened? Surely I am, because they made me to who I am today. And I know that a lot of you may feel different at this time. Yes, you're not gonna feel that way while you're going through it. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I felt that when I was going through it. Of course not. I wanted to end. I wanted, to have my answers on why me and all of this. Yes, I did. I'm human. But at the same time now, when I'm looking back on it, then I know a lot of things, it helped me to be a blessing to others. Even in the raising of my daughter, it just let me know, hey, be more careful, be more watchful, but stuff could still happen. I'm not God, he's the protector of all, but still it just makes you be more alert and more of your surroundings and everything. But the end story of it all is that just find your gift, find what your what you're brought here, what you were placed here for. Everybody in life have some kind of servitude, meaning that it's something that you can do to help somebody else. I mean, whether we choose to do it or and right now, right while it's fresh, no, you're not going to be looking for nothing to help somebody with it now, but that's why you have to go through the channels of forgive and do your shadow work and all of that kind of stuff, to be in that healed space where you can be of servitude to others. While you're going through it, no, you're not gonna be feeling that way until you've healed through it. When you heal through it, then okay, well, all don't kill me, it's a blessing, or it was a lesson, So from that space, it's a space that you can give back and say, hey, I made it through this, you can too. And that's where I'm coming from, a space of trying to help others because, he brought me. And I'm developing my community of people to listen. And he just told me to come on and just tell you what he told me and go from there. I used to have these drawn out long things when I was trying to get through the steps of healing. And like I said, I profess not to be, I'm not professing to be no kind of therapist or nothing like that, but I come from a place of experience. And I know what helped me, not meaning all steps to help you, but if anything that I share help you, then, hey, that's one person that I help save. But find what your niche is, like find what you're meant to be here to do. Me, I know mine's is spreading love, and I have a lot of different ones. I wear a lot of different hats, and a lot of them I was afraid of, and then now I'm really seeing like, oh, okay, that was my gift. Because and I'll share that with you on the next one as well, and share one of my gifts with you all. But find what your gift is. It's just like I was telling Jay yesterday. I had a bad headache, and I was like, oh my god, this is really bad. And I was like, babe, come do that thing you do and help me with this headache. And Jay obliged and did, applied the pressure and everything, and like that, instantaneously it was gone. And it was like, hey, I was like, hey, you got a gift, like like who taught you that, but we all have our gifts, whether we acknowledge them or not. But it feels so good to be able to help someone else. But like I said, you're not going to reach that until you come in from a space of being healed. When you're going through your things, you're not going to feel that way. You're going to feel, oh, I don't want to be bothered, or I don't want to be, just let me deal with this. So when you find this, when this find you, then you're in a healed space and you're ready to help somebody else and be a blessing to someone else. That's all I'm saying today. But like I said, in everything I do and say, I always remind you to be blessed and, let God do the rest. Anything that we can't handle, don't worry about it, because we have somebody bigger than us and a higher power over us that can do it. So whatever you believe in, whatever faith or you believe in, your higher being or whatever it is, look to that, and find strength and to endure. And weeping may last for a while, but joy cometh in the morning. So, and as long as we know that, then whatever the circumstances may be, then just know this might be your right now, but it's not your forever. That's my favorite saying, because I have gotten me through a lot of different things. But just find out what your gift is and why you're here, and be able to help and help mend somebody else, or because the thing is that through everything, this make you wiser and give you wisdom to know. Like me, I'm a beacon of light to help lead people to, love and hope and peace, because the world is not going to give you love and hope and peace, because they're full of destruction and lies and self-sabotage and ghosting and all of that stuff that derives from hate and hurt and unhealed things. But, I'm helping to bring love, peace, joy, long-suffering, kindness, things that, meekness. I'm trying to help somebody, if my voice don't reach but one, I'm thankful for that one. And just to know that you're loved, if nobody told you today you're special, if nobody told you today you're loved, and just to keep your head up regardless of regardless of what somebody call you. That's not the name you're going to answer to. I'm going to repeat that again. Regardless of whatever name somebody called you, that's not the name you're going to answer to. If they called you a loser, don't worry about it. God's going to raise you right in front of them. Don't even worry about it. Just give it to him. If your days are bleak today and dreary and bleak looking today, that's not going to be your tomorrow. Tomorrow your sun is going to shine. If you just keep the faith and keep believing and keep working on yourself. Better days are gonna come. You know the saying when they say even the sun shine on a dog, AZZZ? Okay, even the sunshine on a dog, AZZ, every now and then. So this might be your rat now, but this is not your forever. If you just look for what you can do to help somebody else. I mean, it's the simplest things, you know? That person, when you're passing in the grocery store, give a smile, or the lady who check you out, your nails are pretty. I try to find something, some way to lift somebody up. And then when it be done back to me, it's like I smile so big because I be just like, oh my God, somebody, gave it back to me. But I'm just silly like that. I just love when others are nice and kind, and I'm nice and kind, and then it just be returned back unto me. But like I said, be a beacon of light, a hope, a ray of love, hope, inspiration for someone else. If you're not focused on your right now, and just even through when you're what you're going through, just I'm not gonna say ignore it, pray about it. What you can't fix, then move on past it, and just, hey, Lord, I give this to you. There's nothing I can do with this right here. But that's all I'm trying to do, just trying to spread love, joy, peace, and happiness to everybody. And just knowing that, in these days, that's weeks, we're entering into Christmas, and just the meaning of love. The whole birth of Christ was all about love and joy and coming to save the world and all of this stuff. So don't even focus on, oh, I don't have no money to buy nobody no gifts. You are the biggest gift. Healing yourself, sis, bruh. That's the biggest gift you can give somebody. And then when you can use what you've went through to help somebody else, that's the biggest gift, If somebody would have helped me self-heal, I don't think I could ever pay them back for that. And even when he leaves messages for me and I get what I need out of I can never repay that person back. I just know that I was placed at that time, at that spot, to hear that word. And I can never, ever, ever, ever be more grateful or gracious enough for the things that, the messages that he sends through me from others. So just help somebody else, and it'll be returned unto you. Don't waddle about where you at. Just know that you're going to move past this. And how you can move past it faster is take your focus off yourself and invest it in someone else. So be blessed. Mel Self-Astride. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.